Good afternoon, it's Hiker Dude Dad. I'm here at the Fishing Creek Nature Preserve, Lancaster Conservancy site. We're going to take a walk down the trail. A little bit of a local story, might be more suited for Halloween, but we'll tell it now since we're here. Let's go. So once here, guess you're supposed to stick on Fishing Creek Valley Road. It goes right along Fishing Creek. There's signs about video surveillance and everything else warning you to stay on the road here. It's kind of a muddy, kind of a pothole pit road. No winter maintenance. So we'll stick on that, but yeah, it looks like they're replanting some stuff and maybe refurbishing and getting nature back to being nature. Rocks over there are awesome sticking out of the bank. We're basically going to be walking down the gully, lack of a better term here, created by Fishing Creek, which is absolutely beautiful so far. Looks like a beautiful spot to start telling our story today, but it comes from Uncharted Lancasters, where I found it. Adam, great site, and I love doing his scavenger hunts and adventures, but he's got some of the more bizarre tales about Lancaster County on the site. This tale was originally accounted by a local historian named Samuel Seener. He wrote about different Lancaster County stories back in 1905 in an edition of the Journal of the Lancaster County Historical Society. So he wrote this account back in 1905, and it is about an older man who died here along Fishing Creek. I guess this area used to be called Prawls Hollow, and it was described, Prawls Hollow, a lonely place in Drewmore Township. This county is haunted by Old Lupin, who broke his neck on Fishing Creek, can still be seen there of nights. We're here in the daytime. That's how I roll. I guess it might be nice to be here at night, but I'd actually, in the dark, I would kind of worry about his fate happening to me. I'll tell you why in a little bit. Let's keep walking though. All right, so after Seener's article, after finding that, I guess Adam did some more research, and he came upon another post in a Facebook group by a woman named Michelle Schaub in the Conowingo Lake History, Historical Photos and Discussion Facebook group. She wrote that about 50 years ago, when she was a child, she befriended a lady, Mrs. G, who weekended at a cabin near the mill at Fishing Creek. It was once her grandparents' home where her mother grew up. So 50 years ago, so say like 1960, and then this story is about her grandmother. So you go back like 2 generations from that is probably, and that's before 1905. So this is probably when the Old Lupin tale did happen. Apparently Old Lupin lived here in the hollow, in Prawls Hollow. He was a friendly fellow whose whistles and songs could be heard long before his arrival. So keeping my ears peeled for whistling. Also for hymns, apparently, the sound of hymns. He made his living doing odd jobs and occasionally selling fish. Fishing was his passion, and Old Lupin could be found in the hollow most nights. Passers-by were always greeted heartily by the tuneful angler. Let's keep moving and tell more story. Oh, this is a nice peaceful walk so far. There's nobody here. It's quiet. You know, it's not hard hiking. This is on a nice solid road, easily accessible to anybody. Just watch the potholes. And really just hugging an absolutely beautiful stream. This is gorgeous, just shallow, flat stream, lots of colored rocks. A little sandbar out that way, but this fishing creek is just amazing. All right, so I think I'm at a good place to continue the story, possibly the place where the story happened. Early one morning, a fellow named the Tinker drove by here, probably up here on Fishing Creek Valley Road. He drove by with his metal wares dangling to the side of his horse-drawn wagon, and he found Old Lupin half kneeling near the creek, his torso leaning forward and his neck nearly severed by a sharp, jagged outcropping of schist that is common in the hollow. Look around me. There could definitely, along the banks here, be some sharp schist sticking out, ready to claim Old Lupin. So look at this edge. That is pretty sharp. Example of the schist coming up from right here. Apparently what happened was that Old Lupin lost his footing. The slide marks down the steep embankment told the story. This muddy, leafy bank, I mean, you can almost tell, man, somebody could definitely slip down here, possibly hit this rock, severing their throat. There were steep slide marks down the bank. The Tinker's forensics definitely figured it out, and that's basically what happened. So he kept going to the mill and relayed the gruesome details of Old Lupin's demise. The miller and a hired hand went to retrieve Old Lupin from the hollow. When they arrived, Old Lupin was there at the scene, just as the Tinker described. However, one thing was missing: his head. Apparently animals had taken his head. After looking around with no luck, they loaded his headless body on the wagon and took it back to his kin. I am not taking myself up that embankment. I'm over here where it's a little less steep, a little more to step on, and definitely something to push off of and use as a handrail, and I escaped with my head. Legend says some nights you can come out here, possibly hear hymns being sung, tunes being whistled, and perhaps you might even see the headless body of Old Lupin walking through Prall's Hollow, still looking for his head. That's the tale of Old Lupin. Whether you believe it or not, it's good stuff. It is good Southern Lancaster County stuff. Love hearing tales and superstitions like that. And thanks to Adam from Uncharted Lancaster for compiling things like that. He is, in my mind, like Lancaster County's #1 historian, honestly, with the stories that he compiles and things that he finds on his site. Check out Uncharted Lancaster, and Do you hear that? Alright, that'll about do it. I walked about a mile in and I'm on my way out a mile, so a little 2-mile round trip through here. Nice easy hike, stay on the road, and just enjoy Fishing Creek. It is absolutely beautiful. If you love land like this and love it being protected, think about making a donation to the Lancaster Conservancy. They do a phenomenal job taking care of our public land like this. If you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Never know when we're going to try and track down a headless man's head again. But I hope you're there with me. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you later.